Welcome back to Inside One Muay Thai. This is our wager show. Alec, it's the wager show.
Yeah, ready to make some great bets today, that's for sure.
Well, let's hope so, because I think our bank account and our DraftKings and FanDuel needs it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It can't hurt. All right. We're talking about the One Fight Night 37. That's happening tonight, 8 p.m. on Amazon Prime. The fight card is stacked. This is going to be so much fun. Our main event, Roman Kriklia versus Samet Agdevi. This is going to be a world championship match. Let's start off with that one. We took a look at it. The opening lines for this was real close to what we thought. So I think I had, minus 450. It opened at minus 460. It's currently at minus 420 if you're on FanDuel, minus 455 Kriklia, and then plus 330 Agdevi. Yeah. Plus 350 Agdevi on DraftKings. Right, so this is some confusion here between the two, DraftKings and FanDuel.
Right.
What's going on?
That's just the nice thing about one championship right now, at least. Yeah. I would get into these bets as early as you can, because right now, these people are still trying to figure out about this sport, about these people. So there's a lot of good opportunities here, especially in your bets, with the odds being so different, maybe on different platforms, or just how different they are now. Very different from something like the NFL that's so huge right now, where these people really know the NFL and can get those lines. I mean, you see some of those lines where it's at over under 42.5, and they score 42 points because they're that good.
But, and you lose by the hook, which is the worst thing in the world.
Right. But right now, one championship, it's so early in the stages of it that people are still trying to learn it out, and that makes it good for us to try and make some money.
Well, let's hope so. So with this one, I think we both will agree.
Yeah.
Take the money and put it on Samet Agdevi. Again, our predictions was Kriklia. We believe Kriklia is going to win.
Yeah.
He should win this fight, but Samet Agdevi's an unknown.
Yeah, it's definitely not a waste of money to throw a couple dollars or however your bankroll is on Samet Agdevi, just because he does have that power behind him and that youth to possibly become a new champion. I don't think it is a waste of money if you're like, oh, here, I'll throw a couple his way. I think, there's still a chance out there that he could come out blazing and hit Kriklia with something and put him down. And
he's got the power for it. He certainly has the record for it. So just kind of put in perspective, if you put a $10 bet on Agdevi, that's going to win you $35. Yeah. So you're getting 3-1 odds on a unknown, but that's
a very good
an undefeated unknown.
Yeah, that's just because it's his debut in one championship. I believe that's why he's such at the plus as well.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one. That's Nico Carrillo versus Luke Lessie. The opening lines on this started with minus 350 Carrillo and then plus 255 Lessie, which I think we were pretty close. Yeah. I think I was at minus 310. You were at minus 175.
Right, a little bit.
Pretty darn close on that. It has changed again just a little bit. FanDuel right now, minus 330 Carrillo, plus 265. So for Lessie, and then there's no change in DraftKings. Yeah. DraftKings came out later on this. Again, what are we doing with our money on this one?
It's still really not bad. Again, we predicted Nico Carrillo, but this is another situation, kind of like if you heard our show before, where we went on the breakdown of the fight. We're like, Luke could still get a good shot in there. He is very creative. He is very shifty, and could end up catching Nico Carrillo with something that we have seen Nico get caught with in the past, just by people with length, like Luke Lessie, that he has trouble falling into that sometimes. But again, it's not that bad. Maybe if you want to put a couple bucks towards Luke, or maybe you build up some crazy parlay with like 5 picks of all the Muay Thai and you want to throw Nico in there, to kind of get some small value to add into it. I mean, that's all kind of what you're playing with there.
Yeah, and I was actually having some discussions with some people in the industry, and they're actually having some discussion that Luke Lessie has a really great chance of winning this. Now, again, it's all speculation, and that's the nice thing about these fights. And it's so difficult sometimes to make even predictions because it is fighting, and anything can happen.
Exactly.
On these.
Like, I totally agree with Luke Leslie. Definitely has a chance to win this fight. I don't think it's out of his reach. I don't think Nico is way too much for him. But in our prediction, how we think is going to go down, we just think Nico's going to come on top tonight.
Yeah. So if you're going to make a bet on this one, again, DraftKings are giving you the better odds. They're at plus 280. So a $10 bet would get you $28. So
not a bad one.
Not a bad one at all. So let's go to our next one. Nakrab versus Taiki Naito. This one, it was minus 255 Nakrab, plus 188 Naito. So that one kind of favors my prediction. I felt Nakrab was going to win this one.
Yeah.
But again, here we are where your prediction was Naito, and the betting odds are there for you.
Well, also in that show, I chose Naito, but I also said he was going to be plus 120, so I had a feeling he was going to be the underdog in this one, which is great for my prediction. At least I get to kind of have some confidence there and have a plus 180 pick, which I mean feels great to me.
Yeah, and as it should. I mean, again, if you're going to bet for Naito and you're going to follow Alec's prediction, it's a great prediction. Plus I think it's 285 and Naito over on DraftKings. Again, always check the lines because the lines change.
Yeah.
We try to get them in the morning. We also take a look at them as early as we can, but they do move a little bit. But I think DraftKings is giving you the better odds if you're going to bet for Naito.
Yeah.
All right, Rambolek versus Abdullah Diakayev. This one came out. Opening lines on this one was plus 162 Rambolek, minus 210 Diakayev. Again, falls right in line with our prediction. Again, it makes it difficult to go ahead and make those bets on these ones where you want to, but you have to make a sizable bet to make it, make that money.
Exactly.
And again, Rambolek is no joke.
Rambolek, again, I mean, we were kind of going in our prediction shows. Some of these fights, I mean, they were so, doing the predictions for these fights, studying these guys, it was so hard to be like, oh, I think he's going to win for sure. Having to go, oh, yeah, no, this is a good fight I feel good with. I think the only one I felt that with was maybe Kriklia. And again, that was even closer. All these fights are two people that are super high level. Rambolek versus Diakayev. What is it? The 4 and 5 rankings.
Yeah.
They're both no joke. Again, anything can happen here. And again, it is really hard to place. Oh yeah, Diakayev. I think for sure I'm gonna do a big bet on him. But Rambolek most definitely has it in him to stop Diakayev and win that fight.
Well, and that's a testament to the One Championship and to Chatri. They're putting together some amazing fights where you don't know what's going to happen. And even where the lines, again, just like you said earlier, they're just learning some of these fighters. So, and again, you don't have too many bets. You can only bet a money line where things like a knockout by this player, by this fighter
really
would be,
change it up.
It really does. So hopefully in the near future, DraftKings and FanDuel, if you're listening, give us some other lines to bet on too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we agree. Probably again, it's a tough one to say. Go bet Diakayev. Certainly, when we take a look at some parlays, it might make sense. But again, the lines you have to put a little bit more if you feel that confident about it. The last one, and this was interesting. So it's Sua Black versus Johan Estupinan. When we went to FanDuel came out on Wednesday night, which is crazy early for these fights.
Super.
They didn't have this fight on their card.
It wasn't on the...
Yeah, you couldn't make a bet on that, and you still can't make a bet on that in FanDuel, which is crazy. DraftKings, yesterday, they came out with their lines. Let's take a look at it. It's plus 124 Sua Black, minus 148 Estupinan.
Yeah.
So they like your prediction of Estupinan. But this one's a little bit closer.
It is.
This
Which,
is
again, another one that we're talking about. Both guys definitely have capability to win this one. It's no for sure pick, especially in fighting in these Muay Thai. The small gloves, anything can happen that we've seen in the past that you'll probably see, hopefully, that you're watching tonight. Whether you're making bets or not, we'd hopefully have you guys watch and get interested in this. But again, Johan's Estupinan's just unpredictability, but Sua Black just kind of hunting you down. I mean, this is still going to be a great fight, and you can kind of actually get good little bets here, almost like the same one that we're talking about with Naito. Same thing here, right? We have Sua Black, who could definitely win this, is at the plus. Estupinan, who at least I predicted would win, at the minus, but not enough where you have to be putting big money on it to get some money, right? You can still throw a little bit that way and still get some your way and kind of include it in different parlays or whatever you like there.
Well, it's funny you say parlays, because let's talk about some parlays. So we're going to take a look. If you took my prediction, so we're going to go over that real quick. That's a 5-legger with Kriklia, Carrillo, Nakrab, Diakayev, and Sua Black. That's at a plus 615 for that 5-leg parlay. That would be $10 to win 61.51.
Not bad. Now let's talk about mine, right? If you go Kriklia, Carrillo, Diakayev, Naito, and Estupinan, you're at plus 1,065. That means a $10 bet wins you 106.55. Pretty good little value there.
So whose information did you prefer on our last show to go with the bet? My actual prediction is that we're going to get some of them and a lot of them right, but it's going to be a little bit of both.
Right, yeah.
So again, this is where you kind of hedge yourself. So let's talk about some bigger parlays. So we talked about our 5-leg parlay. That's a big one. But let's talk about some 2-leg parlays, a little bit less,
right.
To
have a little bit more confidence with, at least. I know my two that kind of also I was happy about being able to back my prediction. I have Naito plus Diakayev. That gets you at a plus 344. So again, a $10 bet wins you back $34.44.
Oh, I like it. Well, I did the same thing, but I got my all-tie 2-legger. Try to say that a lot.
Yeah.
That's going to be Nakrab, and that's going to be Sua Black. It's going to be plus 213 odds. So my $10 bet will give me 21.36. Again, it's not a big one, but I at least can double my money.
Yeah.
Taking my 2 ties, which again, he always takes the tie fighters.
I do. This is the first show that I'm taking no tie fighters on this one.
All right. Well, and then I put together a crazy 3-leg parlay that I just thought was a lot of fun. I took Naito at plus 205, Leslie at plus 280, and Agdevi plus 350. I had plus 5,115 on the odds. So a $10 bet would get me $511.55. So again, it's crazy out there. Don't go crazy, but if it does, that could
definitely be a big payout.
I would love to see
I did
that
something very similar to you. As my 3-legger, I did Luke Leslie, Abdullah Diakayev, and I did Naito. So very similar to my 2-legger, but adding on Luke put me at plus 1590. So that $10 bet would make you $159.
Yep.
Not bad.
Well, I hope for anything, if you're not a wager, we understand, but it makes it a little bit more fun, even if you're putting like $1, $2, just to see what happens on there.
Especially on some of those guys like Diakayev, Luke, that have such that big plus. And again, it's not a waste throwing your money that way. That is for sure.
No, but more importantly, we hope that you're watching tonight. Again, that's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's on Prime Video. That's One Fight Night 37. I'm going to be watching.
Oh, yeah.
Alec, you're going to be watching. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Don't forget to place those bets early because the lines do close a couple hours before the fights start. There's no live betting option, so you won't be able to bet as the fight goes on for all those who don't know it. But if you do, make sure you place those bets probably right after you watch this.
That's a really good idea to do. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of new subscribers, so thank you for joining us. Hopefully this information's helped you to understand the sport of Muay Thai and a little bit more about some of the fights that you're going to see. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.